Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here. We are live on Traveling with Bruce. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. It is April the 19th, and I welcome all of you to my TWB family show. I'm hoping you're having an okay week. I hope you had an okay day today. Staying safe, please. Staying healthy, doing what they tell you to do. Welcome one, welcome all to TWB from Creston, British Columbia in Canada, where unfortunately we here in Canada, we're struggling right now with this virus. It is not a good time up here. The entire country is basically province by province by province going into a lockdown. It is now not recommended for Jennifer and I to get in our car and drive a distance outside of our what's known as regional health authority area. And I'm going to guess that is probably a 50-mile radius from this house. I'm going to guess about, because we're in the mountains and we have passes and, we have a quirky layout here. We're not in the open, bald prairie where we can just have a square line as to where not to go. But I cannot drive right now to Calgary, Alberta, without being stopped, likely without being stopped by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Service and asking where and why are you going where you're going. Got to have a pretty good reason, otherwise I'll be sent back here. I don't mind it. I actually encourage it. We are in a big problem situation here in Canada right now. The variants that are now out here have now exploded, and we've got as locked down as we've been, we are getting record case counts in this province where I am. Over in Ontario, our most populated province, we weren't getting case counts up to, we weren't even getting 2,000 a day, just hit 4,400 today, and they are worried that within a week to 2 weeks from now, 16,000 cases a day in Ontario are possible, likely and possible. That's something like 800,000 cases a day in the United States. For those of you in America trying to put some handle on this, you guys didn't get over, what was it, 250,000 a day? Was it worse? Maybe 300,000 cases a day? We're talking the equivalent of 800,000 cases of the virus on a per daily basis from Ontario, which is our number one populated province. Quebec next door, they're running with crazy numbers. Every province between here and the east, the numbers have been elevated dramatically. And so they are telling us here, do not leave your house. If at all possible, don't go outside. Scary stuff. Now, Jennifer and I got our vaccine shots last Wednesday. Thank you for that. So shot number 1, done. We are told in 4 months we'll get the second shot. They're holding back the second shot to get every Canadian their first one. That's what they want to have happen. So the authorities are scrambling as fast as they can, as hard as they can. When we were in the hospital the other day, we had our appointments at about 20 to 7 in the evening. And we had been processed through the system with our ID and all that. And we were waiting to go into our room to get our shot. When I could hear just the gentleman that we had just visited a moment or two ago who took care of our paperwork. He was on the phone. He was rounding up other patients, trying to get them in earlier because he had an opening. He had an opening for about 10 more appointments. And he was on the phone saying, I've got you booked for Friday, whatever it was. Could you come in right now? Are you in town? Can you come in here? Can you be here in 15 minutes? We'll get you done tonight. And these folks going, yeah, I'm on my way. And so the health authority here, they're trying to ramp it up as quick as possible, as efficiently as possible. But I can tell you that when we were there, there were 10 feet between each patient. There were only 12 patients maybe in the entire area that I noticed. And folks were just, it was like very calm, very organized, very systematic. But I got the impression that it was almost like only one vaccine was being administered every 5 minutes, maybe every 10 minutes. And that is the speed that they're going at for safety. And I think they had 2 nurses doing injections. So I figured every 5 minutes someone was getting an inoculation. And that's, I'll tell you folks, that's 12 an hour per, in the 12 an hour. So 10 hours a day, it's 120 a day. 12 hours a day is 144 a day. Are we getting 150 people done in a day? I don't even think we're getting that many done in a day. That's here in a dedicated hospital. Now, we do have a clinic, another health clinic in the area. So if they can do 300, 200, 150 there, 150 at the hospital, that's 300 a day in a community of 5,000 plus another 10,000 in the reach outlying area. But that shows you how long this takes to get done. A month, like at least a month to get most people inoculated. So they're working on it, and I salute these workers who are putting themselves on the line to give us these injections, because every person that comes to them, we don't know if we have it. If we have it, we might not even feel that we have it, and we're coming in to get a shot. We're all wearing masks. We're all being as careful as we can, but the variant is so easily transmitted compared to the original variant that we're having problems in Canada with the numbers. And that leads me to the cruise news. And the cruise news, unfortunately, I did see today that the CDC has extended the no sail order for another 90 days. And it now runs to about the middle of July in the USA. So there'll be no cruising out of U.S. ports for large cruise ships till at least the middle of July, and I'm worried, and I'm just got the gut feeling that there is just no way that even then we'll be sailing. What I wonder about is this. I know that when we heard about the case counts and we heard about the virus and everything start a year ago, February, and by March, the lockdowns started to happen across the USA. We were talking about case counts of 50 to 100 people, 300 a day in America, 500 a day. We're now so used to hearing a number like 70,000 a day that this doesn't faze anyone anymore. We're so conditioned to this disastrous number, which it really is. It is a disastrous, scary number. 2.1 million a month getting infected. That's the rate of almost 30 million people a year getting infected. We're just going, that's normal. We're just going, yeah, well, so what? It is shocking to me, unfortunately, and that's what it's become. And I would tell you that my guess would have been a year ago that the CDC would have said that if we can get the case counts under 50 a day across the country, we'll start opening up again. I wonder what that number is now. Is that number still 50 versus 70,000 right now? Can you see in your near future the possibility of the United States of America having less than 50 cases a day of the virus being caught by people in the entire country? I don't know how that's feasible right now. There's no coherent strategy between all 50 states. How can it be? I mean, one state alone with 1,000 cases a day, and that's a low number. I don't know how the country can get under 50. And even then, is that the number? Was the number supposed to be under 10? 10 cases a day, the CDC would open it up. What is the thinking inside in that agency now? I can't imagine that they're going, well, once we get under 20,000, we'll be fine. Because I can't see a 20,000 case count on a daily basis being acceptable to the rest of the world, which means no one in, no one can get out. I mean, no American is welcome anywhere. That's what I'm getting at. You're not going to be able to travel to Europe. They won't let you in with 20,000 cases a day in the United States. You're not coming in. No Brit, no German, no French, no one from Europe is going to be allowed into the United States from their countries. America might be wide open. Oh yeah, anybody can come. But the countries allowing their citizens out won't let them out. I wonder about how this will all play out. I'm just hoping that as the United States, which is really doing a fantastic job right now about getting people inoculated. I mean, the number of vaccines available to Americans, fantastic story, fantastic numbers. But of course, we know, you know, and I know how many out there around the world are anti-vaxxers, will never get it, don't want to buy into it, which leads me to ask, well, if 70% of eligible people get the vaccine and 30% don't, and we still have 1,000 to 2,000 to 4,000 cases a day with flare-ups happening from time to time, will it be opened up? How does it get done? I don't know. In Canada, we have anti-vaxxers. I'm sure in Mexico, I'm sure in Cuba, I'm sure in Germany, I'm sure in the UK, there are anti-vaxxers all around the world. Without the world buying in to the program, and we've always known this, it's not like this just came up last week. Without the world buying in completely, how do we eliminate this virus from our existence? I am very skeptical, and I'm worried that as much as we want to open things up again, and as much as we want to do what we've done before, the price that might need to be paid by everyone is the same price, and that is you gotta get the shot, or two. I mean, whatever it is. I don't know. Guys, I don't know how else to put it. It is unbelievable. So that is the latest on the CDC front. The CDC front has extended the no sale order now till the middle of July. It's a 3-month extension approximately. So that is going to put the kibosh on any sailings in June or July, and probably now into August. And even if the CDC were to start lifting the ban, it would be on a partial trial basis. That'll be a 90-day experiment. So now we're talking August, September, October. And if that all goes well, then it'll be another partial opening up, another 90 days, November, December, January 2022. And then perhaps after that, we're good to go. I'm wondering if by July there'll even be an opportunity to do a test where between now and July, the CDC will go, we're going another 90 days, no sale order. That's now till September, October. And even then we'll do trials then. I mean, it just prolongs the end game out and out and out. And I do not see Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral, Tampa, Bayonne, New Jersey, Galveston, Texas, LA, San Diego, Seattle. Forget about it. If Canada notices that the United States is still in the experimental stage by next February, they'll delay opening for another 6 months or another year. Canada will go another year till 2023. No Alaska, no New England sailings. They'll just shut it right down because Canada is worse off right now than you guys are. And so there's no way Canada's opening up next April. Not a chance. I mean, we Canadians can barely travel within our own country, let alone letting people in and coming out. So I am worried that this pandemic problem we have is going to be with us for quite a bit longer. And man, when I hate to think, because I am dying to go on a cruise. My wife Jennifer and I, we cannot wait to get out and go. Let's take a holiday. I would love to be booking a cruise late this year, early next year, announcing it on the channel, inviting to see you, or we'll get together in Miami for a meetup the day or two before the cruise, or whatever it is. I mean, I can't wait. I really want to get out of the house, but I am really worried about these counts. And boy, we'll just what can we do? We can just watch and see how it goes and hope for the best. And boy, I hope these counts drop. I really do. Please make it happen. Pamela, welcome. Please tell me some good news so I can go. Hello from Pamela. Michelle, hello, Bruce and Jen. Hope all are blessed. Ken Kachura, hi, Bruce and all. Saginaw, Rose H2. The temperature is 45 degrees. Gas is 282. The snowstorm will go south of us and miss our area. We are in the 40s. but we're absolutely sunny, pure blue sky, not a cloud in the air. We got a real wicked cold front came through here yesterday, blew everything everywhere. We thought we were getting a blizzard, but it didn't happen. We got rain, and then it got all calm, and now it's just cool, but we're supposed to go back into the 50s tomorrow, 60s on Wednesday. I think we've escaped a problem. Matt, hello, Bruce. Hope you're doing well. I do enjoy your videos. Thank you, Matt, for your kind words. Hi there, TW family from Jeannie Lamming's house. Bill and Jeannie from East Tennessee are here for the big show, and as always, thank you guys for being with me today. I appreciate it. Those of you who don't know, I do have a show every Monday at 7 o'clock, an hour before this show, and another show on Fridays at 7 o'clock, just for sponsor members of this channel. Fridays, we play trivia. So if you want to join us for some trivia, become a sponsor member and join us there. We'll have some fun. Thank you, all of you. Cruising on the high seas, I am here. Hello, all. Hello, buddy. Welcome to the show tonight. Let's see. Who else is saying hi to us here? Bullcraft Max. Hi there, TWB. Getting my second COVID vaccine tomorrow. Bruce, question for you. What cruise has the best volleyball court? Laugh out loud. I wouldn't know from doing it myself, but I have seen the volleyball courts on Princess, and I've seen them on, I believe, Holland America had them. Royal Caribbean, I think, for sure had them, but I don't know who has the best. That I can't do. I haven't been on the court, and I won't be. Royal Caribbean CEO points to progress in lifting U.S. no-sale order, says MG. I don't. He might be wishful thinking, but they extended it another 90 days, so it doesn't look good at all. Lori, greetings from Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. It's cold here. Gas around $2.80 a gallon. Hang in there, you guys. Thanks for joining me today. Gas here went up again. We went from 128.9 a liter about a week and a half ago to 132.9. So that's 5 cents more or something like that, 4 cents more. That means our gallon of gas in U.S. terms went up about 18 cents a gallon. That's what that means. Unbelievable. Bullcrap. Also, Bruce, thanks so much for the tip regarding IBM. Made excellent money today from it. Fantastic. IBM came out with some earnings after the hours were over, and they were up substantially. Fantastic. Arc Adventures, good evening, Bruce. Sorry we missed last week. Andy and Andrea from St. Louis are in the house. Welcome, guys, to the show tonight. It's good to see you. Kirk, Bruce, Kirk, New York City. I'm in the house. I'm here, buddy, from the Big Apple. John Anderson. Hello, everybody. Hi, John. MG, the United States, everything is just fine and lovely. It's nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Hey, everybody from Antoinette. Arc, come on, folks. 45 watching. 9 likes. Give Bruce some thumbs up. So thank you, everybody. If you can throw me a thumbs up, that would be tremendous. We now have 35 thumbs up. So we have 90 people here watching right now. Thank you for the 35 thumbs ups. If you can keep those coming in, that would be terrific. We just hit 36. How about that? We got 40 now. We got 40 now. Thank you, everybody. They're coming on. 45, another 5, just like that. You guys are awesome. I appreciate these thumbs ups. 47 now, even better. Darlene, hi, Bruce and all from sunny 86-degree Turtle Rock, California. What happened to spring? Seems we're now like having summer. Unbelievable. We haven't had spring yet. Oh, well, we're kind of springy, but it's just not warm here yet. Arc, so glad, Jen, and you got your first shot. Andy and I get our second tomorrow, and Andrea will be fully vaccinated for her dad's 70th birthday. Fantastic. That is good news. Glenn Childress, I am fully vaccinated. Well done, sir. Christopher, I'm really happy you had your first dose. It's 11 to 12 weeks in the UK. I'm really lucky. I'm getting my second in 3.5 weeks or so. And I can take advantage of the new UK-only cruises. And that's a success story. I hope that works out really well. I am praying for you folks over there that no hitch will happen to you guys. It'll all go through. UK residents can go cruising around the UK. I'm hoping this will happen for you guys. It's a salvage of something. Cruising on the high seas is so excited for tomorrow afternoon. Don't cruise till it's safe, says MG. Bullcraft, I will get my second shot tomorrow. Crazy how they are. You have to wait 4 months for your second. Yes, so far, that's what they're telling us, just to beware of that. Sylvia, hi, Bruce and all. Fully vaccinated as of last Friday. Pfizer vaccine and no after sickness at all. Only a sore arm. We got the Pfizer here. I had a sore arm. Got the shot Wednesday night. Thursday, my arm hurt. Friday, down to about 20% pain. Now, none. No pain. I can do all I want. Nothing. It's fantastic. Sylvia, I'm hoping for the best on the second shot too, and way to go. Well done. Dan from Dan the man from Hamilton, Ontario is in the house. Hello, Bruce. Dan, how are you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Julie, best the USA and India might aim for is living in an epidemic rather than a pandemic, the way this is going. Hello, TWB from Tom Henry. Buddy, how are you? James Bainton, aren't Americans allowed into Europe now? Don't think so. I'm not sure if that's the case. Can't be certain of that. Tom Henry, hi there, Sylvia. Great to see you. Cash King Starsky says no. Bull, the anti-vaxxers are very scary people. Kirk Brunson, Julie, I totally agree. And sadly, I believe it's always been the plan. Bullcraft, I'm happy though half the U.S. adults will soon have a vaccine in their arms. Tom Henry, I figure the virus will get all the anti-vaxxers. That could well be it. Sylvia, I have a girlfriend who I think is trying to decide if she's going to get the vaccine or not, but has a 6 and 7-year-old back in school, and kids are always touching everything. That's right, Julie. Look how long it took to eliminate polio, and huge thanks to Rotary. KJ King Starsky, hopefully. Arc Adventures, lots of anti-vaxxers in our staff. Missouri and our governor doesn't even believe in vaccine passports. We just want all this behind us. Do your part, please. I agree. Tom Henry, Grey's Anatomy had a good episode last week. Anti-believer refused treatment and walked out of the hospital. Laugh out loud. He didn't make it to the street. Rest in peace. James, Bruce, the public health emergency has extended, not the CSO, NSO. CSO is in effect until the end of October already. And I'm not sure what all this means. CSO, I think NSO is no sale order. CSO is, what does that stand for? To the end of October already? I don't know. Sylvia, Tom Henry, hi there. I'm back at cleaning again, but hours 10 till 2 for something to do. Arc Adventures. We were in Florida a few days ago, and we were so excited seeing 2 Disney ships floating when we were at Port Canaveral, but I'd rather be on a ship right now. Isn't that something? James Bainton, someone's waving at you. Tom Henry, Sylvia, where am I? Here we go. Sylvia, do you make house calls? I need you to help. Too achy to get to it. Julie, please send all the lovely COVID-safe luxury ships to Australia, please. Tom Henry, my round is too busted up. Anthony, hey, Bruce, why don't the cruise lines invite the CDC on their ships to reassure them all is safe to cruise? It's not the ships that are the problem. The ships aren't really the biggest worry here. The biggest worry is the passengers coming to the ships and how they're getting there through all the people they have to meet and be around to just get to the ships. And the problem then is the places the ships are going to. One, the people on the ships will perhaps spread the virus to other countries, and countries' people will spread the virus to the ship's passengers when they come back, and then they bring it all back to the U.S., and then the Americans and travelers come back to the U.S. and travel all 50 states, go home and spread it again. It's this constant mixing up. It's like just stirring the pot, and there is no settling down. The ships are the least of the worries because they can really clean them up. They can really keep them sanitized, and they can keep mask rules in effect and all of that, but it's the getting there and getting back problem. Bullcraft, 57 degrees and dark right now, laughing out loud. Nick, hey, Bruce, nice to see you again from Alaska. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show. Because that won't do anything, says KK. Sylvia, I'm going to Wrightsville Beach in North Carolina with my daughter in May for my birthday. I'm sick of sticking around Greensboro. I need to see some water, she says. Debbie Emanuel is in the house from Chico. Hi, everybody. Hope all are well. Welcome, Debbie Emanuel. It's nice to see you tonight. I'm glad you could make it. Bullcraft, hey, Bruce, also random question, but what phone do you have, laughing out loud? I just got a Galaxy S20 Ultra. I have an iPhone Max. It's an iPhone 11. Yeah, it's an iPhone 11 Max. It's a great big telephone. Love this thing. Love it. It's just been a great machine for me. Tom Henry, wondering what the penalty is for losing the volleyball into the ocean. Yeah, they do have netting all around, though. Tom Henry, hi there, Debbie. Sylvia, Tom Henry, I cleaned after I got the vaccine. My arm was so sore. That's it. My daughter got Moderna and was sick as a dog. I felt sorry for her. Catherine Bennett, hello, Bruce from Ottawa, Ontario, calling for rain and snow here the next few days. We'll be so glad when our accounts start going down. Catherine, I can't wait for this good news to happen in Ontario. What a mess. What is going on in Ontario? I sure hope you don't get it, and hope no one in your family gets ill. We'll keep our fingers crossed. It's been just a crazy time. Nick, I don't know the price of gas. Haven't had a car in 20 years. Debbie Manuel, hello, Thomas. Tom Henry, I was able to get gas on the way to shot number 2 yesterday for $2.62. Not near home, though. I had to drive 91 minutes to a CVS far, far away. Laugh out loud to get the shot. Bullcraft, I got Moderna. Nikki, hey everybody. We've been having April showers here in North Florida. It's 74 degrees. Jack Wise, greetings to all my fellow sponsor members. It's now 66 degrees outside the rehab hospital, slightly warmer inside. Jack Wise, I'm so glad you're joining us, and I hope you're getting stronger to get out of that rehab hospital. Jack has been going through all kinds of stuff. He had to do the chemo treatments, then he caught COVID. Then he got over that. Now he's getting his strength back. Unbelievable. Jack, you are a fighter, and I'm proud of you, sir. James, conditional sale order. That's what that means. I am totally vaccinated with the Moderna vaccine. No issues at all. Well, way to go, Valerie. Gregory Allen, hey, guys, I am looking for advice. I've never been on a cruise before. I have recently switched to using a wheelchair, and I'm partially sighted. I'm also a solo traveler. Any thoughts? Now, my hunch is that you can definitely get a solo cabin in Norwegian, but I'm not sure if the solo cabins are designed for what you need it for. Holland America definitely has cabins that will be suited for you. The question is, can you get one at a decent price, or do you have to pay double? It could be that you could get an inside cabin which is wheelchair friendly, because it's much roomier in there. Holland America is worth checking this out. I have a good buddy of mine who's used Holland America because his wife had a knee replacement surgery, and she needed room to maneuver, and they took the Holland America cabin. They were very happy. So Gregory, it might be Holland America, which is a pretty nice line. Bullcraft Max, isn't Australia considered COVID free? I would say they're awfully close to that. Jack Weiss, I hope you're feeling better, my man, says Bullcraft. Andrew, smash that like button for Bruce. How are you doing for that now? We now have 65 thumbs ups. This is pretty good. 65 thumbs ups. Only got 2 down. We got 106 folks watching right now, and I'm sure a bunch of you turned over. So thank you, all of you, giving us thumbs ups already. Keep that drive alive. We might make 100 before we're done this show today. That would be really awesome. 66, 68 now. We're at 68. They're coming in. Thank you, guys. Get us closer to the 100 level, and we'll break that in no time. 71 already on the way up, already through here. Thank you, all of you, for becoming followers and your thumbs ups. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for all your support. This is beautiful. 75 now. 75 thumbs ups. All right, Tom Henry. Sylvia says, Tom Henry, another person cleaning in the office didn't have a mask on. Jeez, young man, he can't make up his mind about the vaccine. Well, don't make me sick. Unbelievable. Arc Adventures. Why doesn't the CDC just say cruises can proceed as long as all crew and passengers are fully vaccinated until the pandemic is over? That would allow cruises to resume. Well, like I said, it's a matter of getting people to the ship and back. And here's the other dilemma. You get a vaccine. I get a vaccine. They get a vaccine. They get a vaccine. Crew gets vaccine. Everyone gets vaccinated. Great, great, great. What percentage are we covered by? What's the percentage of protection now? Depending on the drug, we're anywhere from 75 to 90% covered, protected. Now, we get on a cruise ship with maybe 1,500 passengers instead of 3,000, and 1,000 crew instead of 1,500. We have 2,500 people on board. We have an average of 80% coverage, 75 to 90, even 85%. There is 10 to 15%, 20% possibility of some of us getting infected, and that means out of 3,000 people or 2,500 people, 15% is 225. 225 of us are not protected, and we don't know who we are. And it's early days. We just got the vaccine done in the last few weeks now. It's just happening right now. The CDC has no statistics on people getting the virus after getting vaccinated. I think that's what they're waiting for. I think the CDC is watching and measuring and checking with hospitals. And when people get ill, they come into the hospital or the health facility, and the health people interview them and find out, oh, you have had the vaccine. Where and when and which one did you get? And they'll figure out Moderna, AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, whatever it is, and they'll figure out who you've been in contact with since you've had your shot, and on it goes. And now we find out what the reality really is. It could well be that the person who got reinfected or got infected after being vaccinated infected 5 other people who also were vaccinated, because they touched 100 people or 80 people and they infected 5 more. Now the CDC is looking at the cruise ships going, okay, we got 1,000 crew, 1,500 to 2,000 passengers per cruise. We know the odds. We know the numbers. And how can we have these people, 1,500 people per ship, travel wherever they've got to travel from, however they've got to travel from where they're traveling from, to come to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral, Tampa, whatever port, and not infect on the way down people, not infect people on the ship, not infect people at their stops, not infect people on the way home from the ship? What are the odds that this is not the case? And I can't see it not being the case. I see it being the case. I see it that absolutely people will infect other people, even though they are vaccinated, because they aren't 100% effective. And I also have a feeling that the CDC is sitting back going, if we can get these case counts down under 1,000 a day for the country, and now we have people traveling, it could well be that if you've been vaccinated, the odds of you now encountering someone that could become infected has dropped dramatically. That might be or vice versa, that, someone who's been infected infects you, I guess is what I should be saying, now has dropped dramatically because there's less than 1,000 cases in the United States at the same time. That's what I'm wondering, if that's what they're waiting for. And that's why this argument here just isn't going to work right now. That might be what we're dealing with here. Tom Henry, laugh out loud, volleyball on a cruise sounds so much fun. Oh, wouldn't it be fun to be 20 years old and playing volleyball on a cruise ship again? Oh man, just be 20. Forget the volleyball, just be 20. Sylvia, Debbie Manuel, hello there. Ottawa, Ontario here too. Kathy, Katie, welcome. Tom Henry, Grr, Jonathan and Stephanie. I was watching old videos. You said you were going on a world tour in 2019. Sounded like then nothing. What happened? I didn't go on a world tour, and I never said I was going on a world tour. I did a video about a world cruise that was coming up. I did a video about a world cruise in 2019 with something like 120 stops or something like that. It was an incredible cruise, and the video was like 20 minutes long. It's incredible. All the beautiful pictures of all these ports and everything else. But I never did do that cruise. I never was going to do that cruise. I did have booked, however, 3 cruises. Jennifer and I had a group cruise for all of you folks and ourselves last December out of Port Canaveral on Harmony of the Seas for 1 week. That got canceled, of course. Then we had a 1-week group cruise booked on the Odyssey of the Seas. Group cruise for all of us. I think we were supposed to leave Miami or Port Canaveral. I can't remember, one of the two. And it was a 1-week cruise. That didn't happen. Got canceled. And then I had a cruise booked with Tom Henry and his wife. We were going to get away for a 4-day cruise. That got all blown up as well. And so it's all blown up. And so we're marooned here in Creston. And we are waiting for the day we can go cruising again. And I can't wait, let me tell you. Debbie, hi, Sylvia. I would be willing to fly you here. You can do cleaning for me. Laughing out loud. I'll pay you. Cruising on the high seas. I'm going live at 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Way to go, buddy. Get well, Jack from Nick. MG, NTLK, NCL, and others are using Net Talk Marine, a walk-on screener for passengers. Stock has been halted, but still available with some brokerages. Well, good luck with all that. Bullcraft, Jack Wise, you can do it. Get better for us. Edwin, Hello, Bruce from New York. Started raining and I work for FDNY. Got my shots 3 months ago. Edwin, buddy, I'm hoping they're effective for you. I hope they're working for you. You stay healthy, my friend, and thank you for being a frontliner. Gregory Allen, I have not been on a cruise either, says Bullcraft. Sylvia, Debbie, laugh a lot. I need to clean my own house. I got to hire somebody to clean my house. Nick, I was once assigned a handicapped cabin on All America. It was great. It was great. Smash the like button, says Bullcraft. Tom Henry, I saw that Maxine Waters is encouraging more confrontations. How about we have a cruise protest at MG Toes home? I don't know what this means. Stephen, got my second shot Saturday. A little muscle ache yesterday. I'm fine today. Right on, Stephen. Well done. Way to go, buddy. Gregory Allen, solo cabins on NCL are not wheelchair accessible. Very, very small rooms. I was in a solo cabin in January. Yeah, you might want to look at Holland America's handicapped cabins. They're good. They're roomy. MG, you go into her neighborhood, says MG. Jack, thanks everybody, and Bullcraft. Russell may need a booster shot before my October-November cruise. That is possible too. Kathy, hi Kathy. Yikes, expecting snow here tomorrow in Detroit. I heard today that Israel has reached herd immunity with 85% population vaccinated. They are now mask-free and living as normal. 85%. Snowy in Greenlee, Colorado. Kathy, if we rename the gangway a jetway and call a cruise ship a float plane, maybe we can go on a cruise. How about that? Sylvia, that's a good one. Sylvia, Gregory Allen, I could barely move around the room myself. Laugh alone. I kept stubbing my toe on the bathroom wall. Tom Henry, anyone have stats on Israel new COVID cases? Just wondering how their high vaccine percentage is working. Arc, but with your scenario, about 225 people not protected, they are saying 100% not needing hospitalization. I think all crew passengers vaccinated were all good to go. Well, I just hope for the best, Arc Adventures. I really do, but I worry about the worst, I tell you. Tom Henry, Adventures of Bruce watches CNN too much. That's the problem with Bruce. Sylvia, when I got my vaccine, I got a card with info on it and got a copy made and laminated at Staples for free. Mentions what vaccine and dates I received it. Bullcraft says, I am 23. MG Tom, the land of ISIS, Ara, and L are pretty bad off. Nick, I missed the skeet shooting on cruises. Tom, MG Tom must be all his wish. Laughing out loud, MG saying, Andrew Everts, Bruce, any thoughts on how the cruise ports in Alaska will manage with another year of no cruises? I think they won't see a ship again until 2022. At the very least, nothing until 2022. And if Canada cannot get their counts down by next February low enough, Canada might be shut off again for another year, and that's now 2023 for Alaska. It's bad, man. It's bad. Louise, I love you, Bruce. I seem to love cooking food more. You are in my kitchen this evening, about to watch Below Deck and Top Chef. Way to go, Louise. Thank you for your kind words. Tom Henry, as long as it's not Fox, right? Nothing wrong with CNN. Sylvia Bullcraft, you are young. Limar, Bruce, hi. Think it is safe to cruise? Nope. Tom Henry, no comment. Arc, KSQL. On the San Francisco Peninsula, 65 Fahrenheit, cash price of gas, $4.05 a gallon. That's American money. That is crazy expensive. That's more than I'm paying. Arc, Tom Henry, you revealed a lot, laughing out loud. Lenny, do you have a son named Joey? Meepy, will Caribbean cruises resume in July? No. Tom Henry, bidding war for Sylvia Swan Services. How high will the bidding go? Laugh out loud. Andrew, by the way, there's a YouTube channel that focuses on cruising with a wheelchair. That is true. There is one. Julie Dahl, I did a segment on that Viking World Cruise. The biggest excitement was two couples sent home in Tahiti for a fist fight in La Laundry. Such a dull time, mercifully ended by COVID when she got to Australia. Oh my gosh, isn't that something? Christian, do you have a son called Joey? Okay. Hi, Bruce. What's your take on the new movement for cruising? Florida, Alaska lawsuit against CDC, CLA stepping up pressure, cruise lines moving ships away from other locations. Good luck with these guys. I don't know how the passengers are even going to get to these places. Jonathan, I went on Royal Caribbean with my grandmother in a wheelchair. Wheelchair accessible interior was nice, but not for just one person. Tom Henry, what are we saying? Sylvia, Tom Henry, Zebby, Cleaning Wars, laughing out loud. Tom Henry, Arc Adventures. I'm just weird. Believe in vaccines and death to non-vaxxers. That's just me. Jess Jane, Gregory Allen would recommend Cruising with Wheels YouTube channel for experiences cruising with a wheelchair. Gregory says thank you. KSQL, why has Canada been slow in vaccinating their population? 38 million people. We don't produce vaccines in the country. We don't have any factories here. We're opening one in Montreal, I think, at a record pace. Canada had to buy it, like anyone else had to buy it, and Canada put their orders in, and they got an allotment, but it's just not enough, and no country is happy with the allotments they got. Everyone's upset. No one got enough, and that's just the way it is. Art, Tom Henry, we can agree on that. Gotta believe in science. Vaccines shouldn't be political. Nick, maybe Alaska Cruises could make a foreign port in Japan. See the Aleutian Islands, the Alaska Main Highway ferry, something like that. Oh my gosh, it's rough. It's a sad story, and it is a shame, but unfortunately, you're dealing with foreign flagged cruise ships trying to sail in the United States. They have to stop in Canada. They have to have a third country. They can't go from Seattle to Anchorage and back. Can't do it. You're not an American flag ship. You can't do it. That's the rule, and it's not going to be changed from what I can tell you. Tom Henry, the ship is the problem for wheelchairs. When the stewards have their carts in the halls, not enough room to get a wheelchair through, even if you have a wheelchair access room. Those are other issues that are out there. I agree. You got to hope, and you kind of wish that, if you're on a ship and if you're wheelchair bound most of the time, you got to hope that you can be in one of those scooters instead. Is it possible to get a scooter with the armrests on the side? And then at least you're on the narrower track, but boy, even still. Tom Henry, if you can walk a little, a folding power wheelchair is great. Cindy uses one, no special cabin needed. Maybe the vaccines are held up at the closed borders in Canada. No, they're all through now. We're here. We have plenty here. It's just that we have only so many workers that can distribute it, and you can't have 500 people lined up, one behind the other, to give them the vaccine. You have to have distancing all the way through the system, all the way through. So when Jen and I went to get our shots, I thought we wouldn't find a parking spot anywhere near the front door of the hospital. We found a spot right there. There were 5 of them, wide open. And so we parked the car, we walked in, and 30 minutes later we were coming out, and there were still spots coming and going because it was so sparse on purpose. They spaced out the shots every 10 minutes per nurse. Brilliant, because you don't want to catch the virus while you're getting the vaccine for the virus, right? Makes sense to me. But the logistic of it is you can't inject 100 people an hour. You can't do one a minute. You just haven't got that kind of proximity, so you have to space it out. Hence the issue. Welcome to the pandemic world in which we live. Unbelievable. Never thought, I never thought of that. When I heard about the pandemic, I thought, well, we'll just get 20 nurses giving people shots like crazy. We'll all be vaccinated. No, can't do that. No, can do. Nick, great idea, Bruce, using a scooter as an alternative to a wheelchair, if it's possible. Rob, hi, Bruce and crew. Sorry I'm late. Unexpected dinner with my dad and stepmother. Just got home. Gas, $2.89 a gallon in Lexington, Kentucky. That's cheaper than what I'm paying. Way to go, Rob. Welcome to the show and the channel. It's nice to have you here tonight. I'm glad you could make it. Well, I'll tell you, folks, it's unbelievable out there, isn't it? It's just incredible. We now have, by the way, 87 thumbs ups. Guys, you are fantastic. We have 110 people watching. We're only 13 away. Well, we got 88 now. We're only 12 away from 100 thumbs ups. If you could please give us a thumbs up if you haven't given one already. We're up to 90 right now. We need 10 more to hit the big triple digit tonight. That would be fabulous. We're at 92 right now. Here they come. 92 thumbs ups, 8 to go. Coming up to 100 thumbs ups right now. Keep them coming, guys. Thank you so much. 96, 4 to go right now. 4 left, and we got it. 98, that last 2. And hopefully we can break through 100 as well. Thank you, all of you. Get ready. Here it comes. I feel it. The 2 more coming right now. I feel it coming here any second now. Here come those thumbs ups we need to get us to 100. Can I get it? Can I make it happen? Is it going to happen? Is it happening? Please make it happen. I don't know. I'm dying here. 1 to go. We're at 99. We got a Wayne Gretzky going right now. We need 1 more. And we've got us 100 thumbs ups on this show. There it is right there. We just broke the meter and hit 100 thumbs ups because of you wonderful people. Thank you guys so much. Tom Henry, different scenario. Where was that comment here? Here we go. Sorry, here we are. Different scenario here, though. First vaccine was at the Richmond Inner Raceway. Lots of people. They had 30 tables with 2 shot givers per table. To give you an idea, long lines. I was more worried about catching COVID waiting. That's what I'm talking about. Arc, another thought. We just passed Port Canaveral on Saturday. Idea, park the Disney ships in port so people see them, want to cruise, then they will put the pressure on the CDC. How about that? Gotta go, Bruce. Thanks for the great stream. Bullcraft, you take care. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Sylvia, we have the National Guard giving out the shots. Plus, some people are in their cars getting the shot. That's a good idea, too. Tom Henry, bye, BCM. Rob, thank you. Thank for the reminder. Thank you, everybody. Ebby Rose Smith, done. Got your thumbs up, buddy. Tom Henry, 99 bottles of beer in a wall. Louise just put mine in. 102 now. Fabulous, guys. Great show again, Bruce. I need to start tuning in on your morning show again. We got to pay for this Orlando home. You need some good stock tips to pay for the Orlando home. Right on. Thank you, everybody, so much. We appreciate this, Jen and I, so much. All your support. It's wonderful. We can't wait to cruise. We have 102 thumbs ups now on this show tonight. Thank you, everybody, for that. It's absolutely wonderful. We can't wait to go. But we want to travel safe, of course. Jeff A., any updates on the Florida port bill? Nothing, although I do have an update about Key West. I did a walk in the mall, says Sylvia. Sat in the chair, spaced out, and the National Guard came up to me while I sat in the chair for the shot. There's a story out tonight about Florida politics. The folks in Key West had a vote on election night. I think it was election night, where they voted against having large cruise ships come into port, that they voted to have smaller ships come in and only a certain number. Politicians in Florida, in the state legislature, have decided that that's not going to stand. They're gonna stop that. They've decided to introduce a bill, and they're voting it through their committees to go to the floor of the legislature to overturn the vote of the Key West residents. In effect, to make it impossible for residents of certain marine areas to overrule or to vote on access to cruise ships to their cities. And of the 15 critical marine areas in Florida, one has been deemed to be unable to vote their own way. Key West, Florida. They've decided that Key West will not be allowed to ban certain cruise ships from their piers. And this is all with the backing of the cruise lines. They have secretly been funding this, and they've been bribing officials left, right, and center, absolutely bribing them to do it. And they are overruling the citizens of Key West. And the politicians are saying it's not a marine issue, it's a people issue. The people of Key West, they think that they're superior to anyone else, and they only want a certain kind of tourist to come to their town, and we're not going to allow that to happen. When in reality, they're saying it's an environmental problem. These gigantic cruise ships with their giant propeller systems are churning up the water where our reefs are, and they're just beating them up and covering them in silt like you can't believe. We've had the cleanest water in decades since the cruise ships haven't been here. You should see how pretty it is. You can imagine same with Venice in Italy, how beautiful the water is now in Venice. But the politicians in Florida will have none of it. The Republican-led guys over there, guys and girls, are going to override the Key West voters' own plebiscite and make it illegal, and they're going to block it, and they're not going to allow Key West to block cruise ships of a certain size to come in. The cruise lines have found a way to override the voters of Key West, Florida. It's unbelievable to me. If I were the mayor of that town, I would be talking to the council members to try to find a way to outlaw every business on that pier, just to shut them down. Find a way to shut that whole thing and make it such a miserable experience that no cruise ship wants to come. Or rally your citizens with placards and just have them standing at the pier and not let anybody off the ships. Just make it miserable. I tell you, I find it just so disappointing that you've got these bribed politicians, and that's what it is. They're just getting money from all these super PACs to basically overrule citizens of their own communities. It's amazing to me. Democracy is worthless if you can't, you have no power. And these guys just overrule these municipalities and just tell them how they want it done. It's incredible. The Florida politicians are so in the pocket of the cruise business. This isn't evidence. I have no idea. Why isn't it mandatory that in Key West, Miami, Tampa, Port to Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale, all those ports. Why isn't it mandatory that every single ship coming into port has to have a ship-to-shore power? I can tell you why. Cruise lines don't want it. They don't want to pay the money. They want to run their cheap ships. Carnival wants to run their antique cruise ships in and out of these ports. They don't want to have to pay the couple of $1 million to modernize their ships for ship-to-shore power. And the port authorities are in it for the money. They don't want to spend money on this stuff. This doesn't make them any money. They got to charge their customers more fees. They don't want to do it. They just want to have the traffic coming through and the head counts and the head taxes coming through. Get them in, get them out, get them in, get them out, and make a bunch of dough and enjoy these cushy jobs that they've got going. It's unbelievable. During this entire shutdown, all of Florida could have gone electric. Same with Galveston, same with Charleston, same with Bayonne, same with downtown New York and Manhattan. All could have installed electric systems for the entire cruise industry. Nothing been done. Unbelievable. Am I welcome back in Florida? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I got. What I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying you. Let's see here. Let's see here. I asked earlier on stocks, but after the Big Short and margin call with no margin call, what is the next to watch? You want to watch another show on, I think it was on, was it on Netflix? And it's all about the financial crisis of 2008. You want to watch that one. It's kind of a documentary style show. Really interesting. You want to see how the financial business was set up by the industry itself, and then it just imploded on itself. Unbelievable. Nick, a stock tip, not for profit. Buy cruise stock. You'll get a shipboard credit with every cruise. It's true. Wait until you book your cruise. Wait until you know which line you're going on. Buy 100 shares of the cruise line. Book your cruise. Get your onboard credit. Take your cruise. Then sell your stock after the cruise is over. Tom Henry, buy now before CDC gives permission to NCL to resume under their guidelines and letter 2 weeks ago. Tom Henry, Key West can succeed from the U.S. again and become the conch republic for the second time. Jeannie, fun night. We're fully vaccinated and still stay home. We want to survive this pandemic, living like we knew one day we would be too old to travel. Surprise, we can't travel due to COVID. Louise, hello, Bruce. I started having dreams about finding masks in my purse after forgetting to wear them. Yes, I keep spares. Cruise Queen, hi there, Bruce. Rocky, Bruce, are you talking about Florida cruising or U.S. voting rights? I'm talking about Florida voting rights, I guess. Jeannie, catch up with you, Bruce, on Friday. Thank you, Jeannie. Terry, question, what will the change from public to private change on the Facebook page? The Facebook group page will become a private group, which means all of you are in and you stay in and you're all good. But it's going to eliminate outsiders from just being able to come in here and start posting spam. I'm hoping we can shut the spam down. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Cruise Queen, hi Bruce and Jeannie, Jen, hi Bruce and Jen. NCL just canceled my July Alaska cruise. Next cruise booked is 15-day Ruby Princess sailing to Hawaii. Do you think it'll be a go? I don't know when you're booked, but I don't like your odds. But I don't know exactly when you're booked. My local Chinese food grocery store had masks before anyone else did. Thank you, store. Nick, The Big Short is one of my favorite horror movies. Runner-up, Wag the Dog. Yeah, right on. It's quite interesting. Oh my gosh, never a dull moment. Folks, thank you so much for hanging around tonight and catching up with me. 113 thumbs ups. Guys, you're fantastic. Thank you so much for this wonderful vote of confidence. Appreciate that. 113 thumbs ups with 110 watching. That is pretty darn good. I got to tell you, that is really good. YouTube does take notice of that. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed the show today. I'm sorry it was such a downer, but that's what it is these days. It's not good, is it? It's just not good. I want to be traveling like you. Thank you, Bruce, Liz, Louise. Louise, I say thank you to you. All of you, have a pleasant evening. Catch up with me on this channel Friday, 7 o'clock Eastern for the sponsor member trivia show. Become a sponsor member today and join us Friday night for trivia. Last Friday we did Oscar trivia. This Friday, I'm not sure what we're going to do this Friday. We'll come up with something. This Friday. Thank you all. Carolyn, you work very hard. Have a good night. Thank you, Carolyn. Karen, thank you, Karen Kate. Thank you. Cruise Queen, Hawaii cruise December the 7th. 50-50 chance of that happening. 50-50. If this extension goes past July into October, November, 20% chance. It'll get worse and worse and worse. I'm sorry to say. Jonathan, more thumbs than people. That's right. It's really good today. Carol Reed, thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Carol, and everyone. You guys are terrific. I appreciate this very much. 115 thumbs ups. Awesome sauce. You gotta love that. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful week. See you tomorrow. If you're joining me on the Stock Market channel, I'll be on 1 hour before the opening at 8:30 Eastern Time. Stock Markets with Uncle Bruce. Come on by and say hi. Thank you all so much for your following and support. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you next time, everybody. Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern, right here on TWB. Like Rabbit is saying, have a good night. That's right. Please. Thank you. And we'll see you later. John, thank you. Nick, Cruise Queen, I'm also booked on a Hawaii cruise. See you then. There you go. All right, guys. Bye for now.